I use it figuratively when I say punch him in the face. Go at him. A bully, you punch in the face. The trouble with Trump is he's not just a bully. He's a stupid bully.
Welcome back to What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Robert De Niro has been outspoken about Donald Trump ever since he came down his cheap gold escalator. And in a recent interview, he compared Trump's rise to that of Hitler's.
What do you say to those who say, I don't like the guy, but I'm going to vote for him? What's your message to them?
I don't understand it. I don't think they understand how dangerous it will be if he ever, God forbid, becomes president. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler. They don't take him serious. He looks like a clown, acts like a clown. Mussolini, same thing. These guys, I don't know why, they look like clowns. They somehow, people, that element of society identifies in some ways with them, but it would be chaos beyond our imagination. There's no mystery about him. He's right out front. And what he says is what it'll be if he becomes president.
There are only a few people who I think can really rattle Donald Trump. You've got Hillary Clinton, Jimmy Kimmel, and Robert De Niro. And sometimes you even get a couple of them in the same room together to mock Trump.
He's so stupid. I mean, look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. But he's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote and vote.
De Niro is right. Other than shining a light on Trump's fascistic policies, we have to vote.
The bottom line is, it's Biden versus Trump. We want to live in a world that we want to live in and enjoy living in, or live in a nightmare. Vote for Trump, and you'll get the nightmare. Vote for Biden, and we'll be back to normalcy.
And of course, Trump got so triggered that he posted this on his Twitter knockoff, Truth Social. Robert De Niro has a terminal case of Trump derangement syndrome. Such a stupid-sounding guy, a low IQ individual. Did Trump really just try to insult De Niro over having a low IQ?
We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Like I mentioned earlier, De Niro has made it his mission to call out Trump whenever possible.
I'm going to say one thing. Trump. It's no longer down with Trump, it's Trump.
And in a now-deleted tweet, Trump got so triggered by De Niro's Tony Award speech that he went after him. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received too many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. Trump desperately tried to insult De Niro for having a low IQ, and he couldn't even use the right two correctly. The stable genius forgot a no on the two. I watched him last night and truly believe he may be punch drunk. I guess he doesn't realize the economy is the best it's ever been, with employment being at an all-time high, and many companies pouring back into our country. Wake up, punch. Actually, it would be Trump's tax cuts for the wealthy that would do the opposite. Also, Trump looks and sounds like he's the one who has taken way too many shots to the head.
$1.2 trillion for their fake infrastructure.
Like all of us, Robert De Niro knows exactly who Trump is and how he will act. He knew it back in 2017 when discussing DACA and the wall.
We're paying for that wall, and somehow later on they'll find a way to say that we had to pay for it, but I know the Mexicans aren't going to pay for it, just on principle. You would like everyone to come together, and maybe we will. I don't know. I mean, as far as Trump goes, he hasn't changed, and I was always saying, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he'll change or do something. He hasn't done anything, as far as I can see, that changes from who he really is.
What about DACA?
There you go. I mean, what about it?
He says they're going to get DACA legislation through Congress. The Dreamers are going to stay here.
Yeah, so he put it onto them.
Okay.
Right? So in 6 months. So we'll see what he does if it's not dealt with within those 6 months.
And surprise, surprise, Trump's plan to build a wall went to shit. And his administration tried to get rid of DACA, not save it. Even before the 2020 election, De Niro called out Trump knowing that he would not leave the White House peacefully.
Yeah, he'll say it's rigged or this or that. He'll find this guy has done everything possible. Much worse than I ever thought, ever. The day after he was elected, I said, well, give him a chance. You never know, you'll see. But he's worse than I ever could have imagined. This guy should not be president, period.
And when you say that, folks on Fox come after you. I remember the Tonys when you got up there and cursed. A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck 'em.
Okay, well, you know, this is cable,
Sorry.
so it's not an FCC violation, but it is still a Sunday morning.
Well,
I
we're
do wonder
at a
why you
point
choose to go that way.
Let me say something.
Why do you choose to go that way?
We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. We're in a terrible situation. And this guy just keeps going on and on and on without being stopped.
Trump will promise everyone one thing, and as soon as it doesn't go his way, he'll go back on it.
You know, even gangsters have morals, and they have
A code.
They have ethics. They have a code.
Maybe not more code.
A code. They have
Yeah.
a code. And you know, when you give somebody your word, it's your word, because that's all you have is your word.
Right.
Especially in that world. This guy, he doesn't even know what that means.
No. He has all the best words, but he doesn't mean any of them.
Doesn't mean a thing.
The orange wannabe gangster not only doesn't have any morals or ethics, but he also doesn't even know how to dress. Just look at this guy. Long dopey tie, baggy suit jacket, and he even wears his pants on backwards over his diaper. And if you want to avoid this MAGA fashion disaster, then you definitely need to check out today's sponsor, Roan. If you're like me, you understand the pain points of finding what to wear. Most clothes are either uncomfortable, or they're too tight, or they never actually fit your size. And when you do have a good fit, you can only wear it for a few hours before you have to change out of it for an important meeting, dinner, or some other outing. Now, everyone wants to dress well at all times because, simply put, it's a confidence booster, even for me when filming my show. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Roan stepped up to the challenge. Roan's commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and truly versatile set of products known to man. We're talking about the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos, and blazers. They look great as individual pieces and work seamlessly together. Roan's signature 4-way stretch fabric is breathable, flexible, and works everywhere from your commute to work to the 19th hole. It's time for unparalleled confidence without the hassle. Roan's commuter collection features wrinkle release technology and is 100% machine washable. Looking good is that easy. Treated with Gold Fusion anti-odor technology for more wears between washes, you'll be fresh and clean all day long. So long, lingering odors. Roan has seriously become my new favorite outfit. I mean, I'm wearing it right now, and I even wore it on a recent trip out of the country. And after a day of sitting on a plane, taking public transit, and walking around in it, my shirt and pants were not only wrinkle-free, but also fresh and odor-free. I know, it's crazy. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to roan.com/Gabe and use promo code Gabe to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to RHONE.com/Gabe and use promo code Gabe. It's time to find your corner office comfort. And last year, De Niro used his platform at the Gotham Awards to eviscerate Trump during a speech.
History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternative facts and driven by conspiracy theories and ugliness. In Florida, young students are taught that slaves developed skills which could be applied for their personal benefit. The entertainment industry isn't immune to this festering disease. The Duke John Wayne famously said of Native Americans, "I don't feel we did wrong in taking this great country away from them. There were great numbers of people who needed new land, and the Indians were selfishly trying to keep it for themselves." Lying has become just another tool in the charlatan's arsenal. The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his years in office. And he's keeping up the pace in his current campaign of retribution. But with all his lies, he can't hide his soul. He attacks the weak, destroys the gifts of nature, and shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur.
And as expected, Trump freaked out on Truth Social. Robert De Niro, whose acting talents have greatly diminished, with his reputation now shot, must even use a teleprompter for his foul and disgusting language. So disrespectful to our country. Well, that's ironic coming from Trump.
Yes, Senator. These teleprompters are just gonzo, folks. They're gonzo.
Once again, Trump's projection is off the charts. Robert De Niro is a mental midget whose mind is shot and whose life is a total train wreck. Very much like crooked Joe Biden, he can't put two sentences together. The good news is that this crude and very stupid animal has lost all credibility.
You sure about that?
And just because Trump has thrown lame insults at De Niro online, the raging bull has not stopped calling out the orange idiot whenever and wherever possible.
He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system. And I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency.
We need to follow De Niro's lead and continue to call out Trump and his cronies because we cannot let this fascistic wannabe dictator back into the Oval Office.
Do you think Joe Biden's the right guy?
We don't have a choice. And I think he is the right guy. He's a good guy. He's trying to do the right thing. We don't have a choice. And I say that in a very positive, good way.
Then what would be your message to President Biden?
Keep up the fight. Keep at him. Go at him hard. And every chance you get, go at him. Go at him because people, they take notice of that stuff. And don't be, he's not afraid, but he's doing what he should do. He knows that. That's the only way.
Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I Am Gabe Sanchez. What Was That is made possible by viewers like you. And if you'd like to support the show and get early access to content, you can contribute to my Patreon at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?